I'll be speaking and demoing my patient appointment subsystem. I'll start by showing the master detail implementation I have. Starting with the appointment schedule. And here I have a master link to two details. So on the left side, I have the patient, and on the right side at the top here, I have waiting list and appointment. If I click on a patient with ID1, it shows this patient is on the waiting list and he has been scheduled for an appointment. I can create a new waiting list by clicking on the create button, and I can specify for the waiting list comment to see a dentist, and it's being referred by this doctor. And for this the patient in question, David Simon, and I click on create. This creates an additional patient. The patient in question, David Simon, as you can see, he is yet to be scheduled for an appointment. I can go ahead to schedule David Simon on an appointment, and I can state the appointment name is to see a dentist. There's a lot of features I've implemented here. I have the calendar component, and here I can specify the appointment date. I have an appointment time. I can put a wrong appointment start time to show that I have some validations here. That should be a number field, but I've put some characters. The medical findings can be blank initially. I have a dynamic LOV here to select the patient. I select David Simon, and also have another dynamic LOV here to specify the doctor that is going to be assigned to this appointment. If I click on the create, I get a validation exception on the date, which says the accepted format should be HHMM in GMT time. And I've done that validation. So here I can specify the correct time from 10:30 to 11, for example. And if I should go ahead and save, this should succeed now. And we have an appointment scheduled for David Simon. I also have a second master detail, and here I will just show further features Oracle Apex Builder I've implemented. I have more of the dynamic LOVs on dates, on county, on district there. I have a static LOV for gender, and also for residency, and I have some validation also for the mobile number. I quickly go to my reports. I have 5 reports I've implemented. I have a waiting list report that shows all patients who are scheduled currently on the waiting list, and the waiting list works by a first in, first come basis. And so we see the patient's name, his gender, his mobile number, his address, and other details. I quickly step to show the query behind this report. So if I click on this, I'll have advanced queries implemented. I've made use of concatenation operation for this advanced query. I've made use of decode to decode letters like FM that represent gender into their full female and male. I've also implemented the order by clause, for example. I go on to show the other report. I have the second report called Open Book Appointment. This report helps to show available spaces for appointment on given dates. And quickly, I also show the dates, the query rather. So I have this query, and in this query, I've made use of the trunc operator to truncate the date, which helps to remove the time element and help in ensuring that the date matches. I've also used the group by clause and the order by clause. I have the patient appointment, I have the doctor's appointment report, and I have a dependent report. Quickly, I show the dashboard. The dashboard, I have 3 summary report charts, as it were. I have a monthly patient appointment attendance, which shows the number of patients scheduled for appointment on a monthly basis. For example, 05, which is May, it shows that 5 patients, for example, have been scheduled. July has been scheduled for that number, 4, and there's a decline as at May. I also have the doctor's capacity report, which is helpful for management to see how many patients each doctor is seeing. And for example, Dr. James Copeland is seeing the most patients, followed by Dr. Frank Langella. The third chart there is a bar chart, which shows the number of patients on the waiting list, and that can help the medical director to allocate resources, as it were. Once again, I go to my page designer and I show the queries behind the charts. So for the monthly patient appointment report, I've made use of distinct, I've made use of tocar, I've made use of trunc, and here I'm truncating the dates to fetch the month element of it, which will represent my x-axis in my chart, and the count to show the number of patients scheduled for appointment for that month, which represent the y-axis. The next report is the doctor's capacity report, and there's a query behind it as well. Here I've used the concatenation operation, the group by, the order by, and I've queried across 2 tables with an equal join. And for the last of this, I have the daily waiting list registration, and this is the query behind it. I've used the trunc function, and I also use the group by and the order by clause. Also, on my homepage, I've been able to apply some images using the display item to display image, and I have a nice image here to welcome users or visitors to the site. That's it. Thank you for watching my demo.